Good day to you. This is Becoming Beautiful You. I'm Latricia Renee, and this is my second attempt at trying to do fragrances by the day as inspired by Aisha, Simply Aisha, here on YouTube. I will link her page. She does something completely different than what I'm doing, but her doing it did inspire me to do this in my kind of a way. Normally, she will take her fragrances every day of the week and she will tell you what she's wearing, why she's wearing it, and the compliments that she gets at the end of the week, and that signifies if it's a standout or not. And I always enjoy watching those videos that she does because she's got a wide selection of fragrances and oils, and they range from affordable to luxury. And it's just a real nice time. So I figured I would do mine in a similar way, but I'm going to tell you as I go what success stories I might have gotten by way of compliments. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with Sunday. Even though today is Monday, I'm going to go back a day because I did not record yesterday. But I do know exactly what I wore, and I wore this particular fragrance to church, and we got up late, my fault. We ended up going to the 11 o'clock service, and so we were closely seated. I'm talking shoulder to shoulder, thigh to thigh type seating. And, you know, I don't normally get or anticipate fragrances at church because I just don't wear them that way. Sometimes people will give me a hug and they'll mention it, but I didn't have that experience this Sunday. But I wore Lattafa's Aetheri, and it is a very sweet floral fragrance. It is a representation of Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid. Here's the bottle. And now this looks like a bee type motif, and there is no honey in this fragrance at all. I know that the color of the fluid is golden and the bottle is certainly golden and has all the honeycomb decor and the beautiful bee. Actually, I stuck this bee on the bottle because I thought it was so darn cute. In the packaging, I just couldn't bear to throw away the other bee, but it comes with a bee on the front of the cap. I don't recall all the notes, but it is a very sweet floral, very enjoyable. I've never tried gorgeous Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid, and I am not in any rush because this is absolutely satisfying, and I will be repurchasing it. I mean, look how much fluid I have left. It is nearly finished. And this bottle, unbeknownst to the design, it does not go all the way down. I don't know if you can tell. Okay, so it's probably about a quarter of an inch on the inside. That this is just elevated. The bottle on the inside is elevated. This does not go all the way down, but nevertheless, it is a full 3.4-ounce bottle. And today's fragrances, which is Monday, I got a lot of compliments off of this combination. I've never worn it before. And again, when I'm putting my combinations together, I don't pre-plan them unless I've had it previously, but I don't write them down. I don't plan them. I just kind of grab something that's going to be the base and I build it from there. And I did not know it was going to be so successful, but it was. So it began with a brown sugar babe oil that actually they're now doing their final stock of. This is called Endless Love. And I don't know that this is a replication of any particular fragrance. I want to say it's one of their signature fragrances because they do have their own signature blend of oils. Endless Love. I put this all over my clothing, especially on the pattern area because I'm wearing a scrub top with a solid color scrub, underscrub, and underliner of pants because it's still cold here. But I put the oil on the pattern portion of the top, and then I went over that with this. This fragrance is from, child, hold on a minute. I'm sorry. This fragrance is from Maison Alhambra, and this is called Eclat de Lune, and this is the bottle. You know who introduced me to this bottle? Not directly because I don't know her, but Arahi from Arahi World right here on YouTube. She often does Middle Eastern Thursdays, and I'm a frequent watcher of her channel as well. And she does a huge segment on really all the fragrances. She will tell you that she is your fragrance concierge, and she is because she knows all the fragrances from top to bottom, left and right, and everything in between. So this is a Middle Eastern brand. It is something that has some pink pepper in there. It's got some guava, little patchouli. I don't know all the notes in particular, but this is extremely affordable. I got this from Amazon. I think it might have been $21, but it was, sent unseen. I hadn't tried it. It was a blind buy because I thought the bottle was just so darn cute, and I'm so glad it was successful. So look, y'all, don't let these bottles hypnotize you because they are really, really attractive, some more than others. but this will absolutely be repurchased. Again, not right now because I am not, I am maybe a quarter of the way down. I don't know if you can tell by looking at this. I'm about a quarter of the way down in this bottle. Maybe if I move it. Yeah. So I will be using this bottle all the way through, and I will absolutely look forward to getting another one when the time is appropriate. But I have one more fragrance I layered, so hold on. This is Lattafa, and this is from their Niche Emirati Parfums collection. And this is, oh, child, Antique. This is called Antique. The bottle, let me tell you, the bottle is heavy. It could be an absolute paperweight. And this is so good. This is supposed to be, many felt like it is reminiscent of Gris Charnel. Now, I've never smelled Gris Charnel either, but I do have this fragrance as well as Liam Gray. Gave that one to one of my sons, and they are enjoying it immensely. But I layered Antique along with Eclat de Lune, and I layered Endless Love. And let me tell you something. I left the house at, it was about 5:45 this morning, and I got complimented. I got about 3, 4, 5 compliments before I left for the day, and that was 3:15, easily 3:15. And man, I was surprised they could still smell it. But yeah, we had a little conversation with some other fragrance enthusiasts in the hallway, some of my other colleagues that enjoy fragrances, and I told them what I was wearing, and this was just a real success, a real success. So I'm thankful for that. And then this evening, I have one more fragrance to show you because I just came back from a basketball game. One of my children went to the basketball game. We won. And I'll be right back and I'll tell you what that fragrance was. My goodness, it's getting late. I went to a basketball game this evening shortly after arriving home. And I am wearing, I'm sorry, I wore, not on my clothing, I wore it on my coat. This is Darkest Night. I think I showed you this bottle before. Now, this is all but gone. So I sprayed the fragrance from a decant that I had previously made and forgot about. It was in my purse along with a few others that I put in there. And I sprayed it on my coat. The coat that I wore this evening was, it's like a long robe coat, wrap coat. No buttons, no zippers. You just wrap it around, left and right in front of you. And it goes from, my shoulders all the way down to my ankles. And so the front of the coat is leather, and the back and the sleeves are a cloth type of material because it's still cold. I put this on the sleeves and I put it on the back perimeter of the upper, shoulder blades and across the back at the top. I got a compliment immediately when I arrived there. I greeted one of the families that was there, and the mom, another basketball mom, said, "Oh my goodness, you smell good." And I said, "Well, thank you." So I knew that Darkest Night is something. The only one that I recall, and it's been about a year, I have the entire Discovery set that I purchased from Henry Rose. I think I'll go back and revisit it. But out of that whole, and I want to say it was like a 15-piece collection, it was quite substantial. But there was only one that I wasn't too tickled about, and that was Jake's House, I want to say. Because at the time, I thought it smelled kind of pipey or cigar-y, and I just wasn't there. And if you're continuing on your journey, then your nose will probably evolve, and your sense and your taste profiles will also evolve, and it might be something that you enjoy, whereas in the beginning of your journal, even in the middle, you wouldn't even have had a tolerance for it. So for me, I'm going to go back and sniff that again and see if I like it. But I didn't hate the fragrance. I didn't hate any of them. That entire line, give me one of everything. It is truly exquisite if you've never tried it. But that particular one, we'll just have to see. Now, maybe I'll circle back and let you guys know about it. Maybe I should do a video about my samples. Would you like that? Let me know. Either way, I'm going to sleep, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow when we figure out what it is we're going to wear tomorrow. All right, take good care. I went and looked up the Brown Sugar Babe oil for Endless Love, and it is inspired by Navitus Amour Infini. So while the oil is on its final stock, they do have a perfume oil version of this fragrance, so it's still available for your enjoyment. It is a floral, pineapple, sweet type of a fragrance. And again, I'm not doing the sickeningly sweet fragrances, so this is, I think you really dig it if it's not something that you're looking for that's edible. you'll dig it. But so the oil for this is going away. I guess I'll be getting the perfume oil, or get some more of this while supplies last. That means I have to wait. Maybe make an exception on payday. We'll see, because I'm staying on my no buy. So you guys take good care. I just thought I'd come back and tell you that information. All right, bye. Good evening. It is actually Monday evening, and I didn't want to forget to do some recording, so I'll tell you what I got today. It was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Longevity compliments galore. And I'm glad about it because I woke up very, very late. You know, sometimes you cannot sleep at night, and that's what happened to me last night. So rather than doing what I would typically do would be to watch, I won't say it's mindless TV, but I figured since I was up, I'll do something that's enriching. You know, I spend so much time watching something that's not necessarily mind building and soul building. So I decided to watch one sermon, one message, and then, you know, right when I got to the groove of going to sleep was about 4 o'clock, which is really what I'm supposed to be getting up. But I thought I had one more hour, and my alarm did not go off. You know what time it went off? 6:25. 6:25, and I tried to leave the house at 6:45. So I was really late this morning. So I immediately grabbed a fragrance I knew was going to be a no-brainer as far as performance. So I grabbed Swiss Arabian. Many of you all, if you're familiar with Middle Eastern fragrances, you probably already know this one. This is Casablanca. Absolutely gorgeous fragrance. This actually, I don't know if you remember it or not, this was a part of a trio of fragrances. One was called Florence, something about Florence. Another one is Valencia. I want to say Florencia, Valencia, and then Casablanca. I actually have Valencia. It's the blue bottle. It looks just like this one. It's more of a unisex, fresh, sort of slightly leaning to the masculine side, but I'm going to wear it. So, nevertheless, I wore this because I knew it was going to perform with very little effort. And I paired it with Khadlash. It is called Vanille Blanc. Here's the bottle. You've probably seen it. And it's very, very pretty bottle. Now, as far as I'm aware, this was only exclusive to Amazon upon its release. Now, I don't know if you can find it elsewhere, but I did purchase my bottle after some of the excitement died down because it wasn't at the price that I paid for it when I first saw it. It was much cheaper. But let me tell you something. Either one of these fragrances could have performed solo today. They were both bringing the noise and bringing the funk together. Let me tell you something. Compliments all day. All day. Okay, good morning. It's Thursday, and today I've got a gym appointment, so I'm going to go light and fresh on the fragrances today, but still going to be very pleasant. I'm starting off with Donna Karan, Cashmere. I mean, is that what this is called? Lord have mercy. Here go the bottle, y'all. I've gotten a brain freeze. You can't go wrong with this. How you gonna be mad at somebody wearing this fragrance? This is pure kindness in a bottle. Donna Karan, Cashmere Mist. That's what it's thinking of. Cashmere Mist. This fragrance is so light and so friendly, so kind. Even people that don't like fragrance often enjoy the scent of this. And it's light. It's enough to give you a presence, but it's not going to knock anybody out. So it really is a private enjoyment, and then an enjoyment for anybody who gets probably within a foot of you, because I didn't, I did overspray. I always overspray. The other fragrance I'm pairing with the Donna Karan Cashmere Mist is Zadig and Voltaire. This is her, and this is my second bottle. Actually, I need to get a third. I might even have a third in my reserve, but oh, this is so good. It's got some chestnuts, some vanilla, some jasmine. Just a really wonderful. Some people compare this to the likeness of a skin scent. I would say it's that with a little bit more pizzazz, to it. It's got some real zhazh, and it just smells so good, so pleasant, so calming and easy. And I know this is not going to be offensive when I go and go to the gym and do some exercising. So, you know, I'll let you guys know how it goes. Anyway, today's Thursday. Listen, we are in an Arctic blast. Today the weather is, we went from the 50s, which felt like 70-degree weather, from the 20s, but now it's blasting at, we were at 32 degrees, but with the Arctic blast, it's going to feel like it's 20. Hey, this is winter. It's not time to pull out the bikinis. Not yet. We'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Okay, so it is the end of the fragrance work week, and I'm going to give you what I think was my favorite day and my favorite standout. But before I do that, there were two other fragrance items that I forgot to mention this morning. I told you that today I was going to the gym and I wore my Zadig and Voltaire This Is Her in the white bottle, and I just finished that bottle this morning when I finished spraying myself down. I didn't have much left. And I also wore the Donna Karan Cashmere Mist. Such a beautiful, beautiful classic fragrance, and it still smells so, so good. I'm telling you, that is definitely, that's one to keep for all ages. I don't care how old the fragrance is. I think anyone at any age can enjoy that fragrance. It is just so soft and smooth. But I also wore the Revitalizing Body Oil for Candy Heart, and I also topped it off with the Revitalizing Body Butter for Candy Heart. This is Skin Potions pairing with Fab Finds by Keitra here on YouTube. And later on, I topped off on this outer jacket of my workout suit. I remember watching Abby over on the Cherries TV, and she mentioned some gym fragrances that she enjoys. And this is back when I purchased my very first and only Chanel Chance. This is the Eau Fresh in the green bottle. Let me show it to you. The green bottle. Now, this is not one that I typically reach for because it's not meant to be a huge projector, and it doesn't. But it does give a really nice acquaintance to the fragrance. And by that, I mean when I was working out, moving and lifting and turning, I could smell this fragrance wafting off of my clothing. Along with the Zadig and Voltaire. And the Cashmere Mist had faded off a little bit. I usually get about a good 5 hours out of that. But this particular one I smelled, I guess because it's the one I sprayed more recently, but it was so refreshing and kind of added a little bit of a relaxing nature to it. You know, I really enjoyed the scent of it when I was doing my rests in between sets, if you know what I mean. So, hold on a second. I'll tell you guys what I think was my favorite standout for this week's fragrances. So I want to round out this week's fragrance by the day by sharing with you what I believe was my favorite pairing for the week. My very, very favorite, and, you know, hands down, the most compliments I received throughout the entire week was when I paired Swiss Arabian Casablanca with Khadlash Sawar. Those two fragrances together all day, all afternoon, even into the evening. That's the same day that I went to a basketball game, and I think I topped my coat off with Darkest Night for Henry Rose. But and I did get a compliment on that, as I told you. But those two together, the Casablanca and the Sawar, I can't wait to wear those together again. Really, really successful day. So please give me your feedback on what you think of my fragrances by the week or by the day. That's about it, you all. Thanks again for stopping by Becoming Beautiful You. I am Latricia Renee, and I appreciate you enjoying this. Take good care.